let's play it out. Because it's just like I felt so bad about the first time because who I was playing, she was really good. She was really decent at the game, and I was like, this is a real shame for it to have to go out. Yeah, but we still win the set. Like whether that was how it's gonna go, we ended up winning. But you know, you want, like in a competitive setting, you want the satisfaction that you won the way it was intended, right? So when things are kind of like thrown in there, it can be a bit rough.
I've had plenty of good runs at regionals where most of the rounds were DQs. Like right in around like when COVID was starting to let up, we had a lot of regionals where people had to DQ day of, and so I had like I think I got like 13th, like a pretty big like regional in my home state, but like half the bracket DQ'd. So I was like, okay,
yeah,
sure.
People will say, you know, you take those, but like when you're trying to get warm up, it gets really rough when you're from further bracket here. But we're still starting a bit early here. We have another round one here. Okay, we got interesting characters on screen. We got Wolf, bigger Wolf with Bowser a little bit. And then we have two smaller bodies here with Mario and Ness. But man, I feel like you can see some nasty combinations with these characters.
Oh, 1000%, yeah. I feel like their game plans, I mean, you said it a second ago with bigger Wolf with Bowser. I feel like that, like, not to as big of a degree with Ness Mario, but they both get a lot off of grab, obviously. You know, they're both very, like, high octane when they get a hit, very, like, strong advantage states. You get hit once by Mario or Ness, you're going to be looking at, like, 80 on like, your worst day. Interesting to see. Not going to die yet. Bowser Wade going to come in clutch. Not going to survive that up air. That's going to be Geo dying off the top for the first stock of the set.
Yeah, right now it's looking a little bit more rough for ShakeNBake and Geonosis. Losing that first stock, especially on your heavier character, because weight, I feel like in doubles ends up being pretty significant because, you know, in terms of, you know, stock tanking, which is very prevalent in the doubles format, that's the difference between you and your teammate being able to have a stock.
Exactly, right, because you're playing for two when you're playing the heavier character, or like, you know, just one of those campier characters. You're playing Sonic if you're playing like Puff, you know. It's sort of like both ends of the weight spectrum. You end up trying to hold onto your lives for as long as possible, and losing that early does hurt ShakeNBake and Geonosis a little bit. But if they're able to close out this first stock from the red team, which they haven't been able to yet, it'll mitigate a little bit of the damage. But they've done a really good job of holding on to that first stock.
Yeah, Or and Kitzy, I was gonna say something. I was like looking pretty solid here, but you know, rough losing that first stock that way. But you know, I feel like in terms of how neutral interactions are going, still looking a bit better for the red team.
Certainly, yeah. I mean, it only hurts you so much. So long as you don't make that mistake again, you're okay. You know, everyone, like you said earlier, everyone gets one, and you can everyone gets one until you get out of ones to give.
Like everyone gets one, but do you want to get that one?
Never. You never want to have to use your one time, but you get the one time for a reason. And Kitzy hoping to keep it to a one time. Geonosis losing that second stock.
Yeah, it's just like taking so much damage there for being a big body, and then on top of that, losing that stock here. Okay. Ooh, blue team now both on their last stock here, trying to control the side of that stage there. Okay, and it kind of working out, was able to, you know, thread the needle there with the interactions. A little team damage there as Shake is trying to, you know, keep the Mario out.
Yeah, their stage control, I feel like, has been really solid this game. It's just their coordination with, like, not hitting each other leaves a little bit to be desired. I feel like every time you see Geo, you know, running up B to take over half the stage and catching, you know, red team's landing, I feel like a lot of those times ShakeNBake has been there with, like, a hitbox, kind of waiting for his own teammate, unfortunately, as Kitzy is going to lose that second stock. So not as bad of a differential this game. Definitely winnable as you have all four characters on the screen still.
Yeah, as you were talking about, like, you know, blue team being relatively good about the stage control, as we're seeing they're able to close out stock, it's looking a little bit better here. Where I see the struggle happening is coming to those situations where you have team combos, and then also when you need to help out your teammate. Unfortunately, Geonosis is kind of getting locked down there at 153%. Big weight here, but getting caught awkwardly with that fireball. Yeah, game one going to Or and Kitzy.
Yeah. expending that ever so valuable resource off stage, your jump, you know, a little too early and Fireball is going to clip you. And with Bowser, I've seen Bowser make it back for some pretty heinous places off stage, but not one of them.
Yeah, but when you're one of those bigger body characters,
Yes.
this goes for K. Rool. This goes for Bowser. I don't know if it really goes for Ridley as much because you have the extra jump.
Yeah.
But just all those, you know, big body characters, you have to be very particular about holding on that jump. If you watch any VOD of Major or some of the people that kind of specialize, like Bowser, King K. Rool, or other characters in that kind of like realm, very careful with that jump. If you get caught out with your double jump and you don't have that at ledge, that is a critical resource that you have to be ready to accept the loss of the stock.
Yeah, absolutely. It is all or nothing in a lot of those cases with those bigger characters, like you were saying, but we'll see if they can bounce back this game. Definitely winnable. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make going into it. One of them, of course, being the stage selection here, which I think works in these characters' favor a lot. I mean, we see Wolves go here all the time. Bowser, I think, obviously likes the bigger blast zones to a degree because it doesn't really matter how long you can survive against Bowser. You know, he's going to kill you regardless. All that kill power is really strong. So
yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
Over on Kalos, right? Do you have Kalos in your region?
Of course,
gotta
yeah, I do,
ask.
yeah.
Okay. You know, this is one of the stages where it is not consistent across rule sets, as I've seen. Like, you know, some places don't have Kalos, some places do. And the mentality around the stage, but relatively I've seen a lot of competitive play. And it definitely makes for a lot of interesting interactions here with like the sides of the stage, right?
Especially with those like offset platforms too, you can get a lot of funky stuff. It's like Diet Town and City to a degree. I feel like you don't die as early, but you can definitely get some interesting extensions. And what do we think, chat? Worth it or not?
See, me personally, I'm going to say it was worth it. There was a potential of, you know, getting like the 2-frame on top of, you know, getting the confirm for both of the opponents here. But Geonosis needs to get in here. You know, got to keep them separated. I love the conversion there into the back here to close out that stock. But unfortunately, getting hit right back. Oh no, what happened?
The up B got caught by the stage. Another unfortunate SD. Kitzy using their one time for a second time. And that might come back to bite him in this game. Blue team definitely looking a lot stronger off the back of that SD.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the stage pick was pretty solid here, as we already seen off the bat. You know, kind of able to get a pick off of technicality.
But he takes his teammate's life again, and that's 2 stocks for ShakeNBake that have been taken by Geonosis.
Yeah, let me look at that score screen here at the end. Oh my goodness, off the top, you get the screen splat. You don't always get those. But man, love to see it.
And Dre is doing a lot to keep it even off the backs of that mistake there, and capitalizing on, you know, 2 team kills on ShakeNBake, taking that Geonosis stock too, and now all of a sudden this game is looking a lot more even than it was a few seconds ago.
Yeah. Okay. It's really going to come down here. Who's going to be taking the first stock here, getting that momentum here? It's looking a little bit riskier for red side, but what a catch here from Orr. Getting ready for the positioning here, looking both sides. All right, helping out Kitzy here a little bit.
Holding down center stage, grab invincibility is going to come in handy. A little bit of damage, but not much else. Survives off the top. Gets caught by forward smash, but it's Bowser from the opposite side of the stage. You're fine.
Yeah, right now I feel like Orr is in the position here to needing to stock tank here for Kitzy. Okay, we got one pick here. Oh, and Kitzy, are you going to take the stock here? Okay, I guess going a little bit more confident here with Orr. This is Mario we're talking about in terms of ability to kill. You have a lot of options. Okay, going neutral, get up. Do we see the combo? No, just keeping it tried and true. Luckily, knowing that it was a good kill range there for the forward throw.
And this is an interesting position, right? Because so long as both these characters are on the stage, it is a blue team advantage, but all of a sudden you have Bowser on last hit against a fresh Mario stock. So red team has found a way to keep this game super close, almost in their favor. Looking for a 2-0. And they're going to find it off the side of that back air.
Lore accurate.
Yeah.
Lore accurate.
Yeah. Plot armor saves the day for the red team there after some shaky play throughout that set, but came in clutch.
Yeah.
Miyamoto would never let anything else happen.
Yeah, Geonosis and ShakeNBake definitely putting up a good fight. Great stage pick there, as we were seeing, but you know, it's just close call there towards the end, and it ended up going in the other team's favor.
Certainly. That was a very exciting set, though. It felt like that second game especially was so back and forth. Like every interaction led to the like if you look at like the win probability line chart, it is like always in the middle. I feel like with occasionally it would spike to 99% and then would spike back down the other way. Very exciting.
Like I think there was definitely better adaptations made in game 2 in terms of like helping your teammate, especially for like ShakeNBake and Geonosis. But overall, we still had that issue of trades, which was pretty prevalent. I'm pretty sure, although like you did end up getting some value, I think Geonosis ended up taking 2 stocks from Shake overall during that second round, which, you know, it's rough. You know, it happens in doubles, but you know that's where you get that practice in, and you know you really got to understand your teammates' habits. Maybe throwing a parry there if you're really trying to get that optimal punish when you're in close quarters.
Yeah, that would come in handy for sure. But hey, you have a loser bracket, like you said earlier. You have some chances to clean that up if need be.
Yeah, for sure.
And once again, we're on new shoe watch.
New shoe watch here. I see a water bottle. Stay hydrated, y'all.
Very smart, very smart. I'm regretting not grabbing a cup right about now myself.